Welcome back to the partypoker.com Snooker Premier League. What a great night of snooker we've had so far. 3 tons and counting. This is the game that we saw finish just before the break, and it was John Higgins beating the UK champion Judd Trump by 4 frames to 2, meaning that John Higgins has now qualified for finals weekend. Just one more place in Group B available. If we have a look at Group A, up next, you can see that he's already played tonight and he hasn't conceded a frame. He beat the world number 1 Mark Selby by 6 frames to 0, and I can tell you that a draw will be enough for Stuart Bingham against Neil Robertson. So let's get on with our last match tonight and meet the players, as always introduced by our MC, Mr. John McDonald. And first up, it is Stuart Bingham.
Thank you. Welcome back live to Guildford. Matchroom Sport proudly present the partypoker.com Premier League Snooker, brought to you by Matchroom Sport and live on Sky Sports HD. 6 frames of snooker, 25-second shot clock. Our referee in charge of the action is Brendan Moore. It's now time to meet our players. Would you please welcome back the former Australian Open champion and the top of Group A, it's Stuart Bingham!
It's like deja vu, isn't it? You've already won £8,000 tonight. If you win 6-0 with a ton in each, that's 20 grand for a night's work. That's not bad, is it?
Yeah, it's just a normal day at the office.
I saw your wife flicking through the Selfridges and Harrods brochures in the... What have you done since we last saw you? I know you said you were going to chill out a bit. Has it been difficult?
Not really. Obviously, I had a few friends come down, and obviously me, mum and dad, and missus, and it's just sort of had a coffee and just chilled out.
And we've just seen the league table. Obviously, a draw is good enough. So from your point of view, it must just all be about the race to 3.
Just obviously, I'm just going to play out as I've been doing tonight. I'm just going to go for my shots and hopefully get a free.
Well, for the 2nd time tonight, good luck. Stuart Bingham, everyone. Stuart's opponent is Neil Robertson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the reigning Masters champion and the former champion of the world. It's the Cure Thunder from down under, Neil Robertson!
That's a good old handshake you got there, the Thunder from down under. Usually, when we see you in the Premier League, you get here with about 6 seconds to spare. You've been here since about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Not quite, 7:30. So, yeah, obviously, 3rd game on tonight. So, yeah, I couldn't come here that early. So, yeah, just been watching a couple of games. And, yeah, you know, Stuart played really well earlier on. So, yeah, it's all about just trying to contain him, really.
So I need to get my watch fixed. Is it an advantage or a disadvantage that Stuart's played on the table already tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously he knows how it's playing and that, and yeah, he'll be more accustomed to it than I will. But yeah, you know, that's just the way the fixture turned out, and yeah, I just got to play and get on with it.
And does it make a difference that he only needs 3?
Well, I mean, everyone has to play each other once, so you know, whatever he needs, and you know, I've only played 2 games, so he's played 3 already. I think it's his last game, so yeah, you know, obviously I'm trying to get a win on the board as well to guarantee my place through. So yeah, it should be a good night.
Should be indeed. Good luck, Neil Robertson, everyone. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, quick reminder that you can send me a question for the winner. Just send a tweet to @SkySnooker. Let's join our boys in the box. Snooker's answers to Ant and Deck, to Mike Hallett and Neil Fox.
Thank you. The first frame, Neil Robertson to break. halfway through a big night for Stuart Bingham. But it's Neil Robertson who's actually not been in the spotlight so far tonight, but he's played 2 and won 2 in the groups. He can do no more than that. And I know that Neil is quite determined this year in the Premier League, having never really done himself justice in it. It's one of the few tournaments that doesn't figure on his CV anywhere. So he will be no pushover for Bingham, even though he's in great form.
Well, he's managed to cover the red up the other end, and Neil, of course, looking for a win here. Really, he would have Ding Junhui to play in his final match, and that could be a massive game there for those two. So it depends on how Stuart's going to react here, having had an hour and a half or so to unwind from the first match, and then he's got to get himself back up again for this one.
I mean, things couldn't have gone any better in his opening match, could they? 2 centuries, a 6-0 win against the world #1. But like you say, a bit of time to think about it. He's got to start again against this man, who is unquestionably one of the best players in the world.
I think he's underhit that by a long way.
Well,
And that's an example of maybe what we were saying, that the advantage could just be with Bingham in that he does know the table.
Well, he hasn't taken the miss. He's decided to take this red onto the corner. Well, that's 2 attempted pots and both very close.
He had to go for it, didn't he? Knowing that Robertson would improve on that first effort. Just playing a container here. Couldn't see any way of getting a good safety shot in at all.
Well, this would help Stuart if it's touching ball. And it's not. If it was, he could have just played the white towards the yellow pocket. Got to be careful he doesn't overhit this and leave the one on down the table.
Could be a re-rack this, you know. It's looking not impossible.
Yeah, we had a possible, didn't we, against with Judd Trump and John Higgins. This could be a definite.
It's got re-rack potential, if the potential's the right word for something like that.
Well, it's touching ball. So he can play this towards the yellow pocket, not leave anything on.
Trouble is, it just means that, well, he'll probably try and cover the red, I guess, will he? I mean, if he leaves the red to bolt, then he leaves a very easy shot for Robertson.
Yeah, good point, Neil, using the colours to cover that one down there. Well spotted.
Trouble is, Robertson can always play the same shot if he wants to, into the pack, like he's done already. And of course, the other thing about this, in the Sky Shootout in Blackpool, you couldn't play that shot because you have to have a ball either being potted or going onto a cushion. So the shot he's just played would have been a foul, but that's a different tournament, which kind of we all enjoy for the way it's played. Late January, live on Sky, 1 frame, 10 minutes. Got to hit a cushion, sort of different to usual snooker. Still think this could end up being set up again here. The problem here is just the red that's in bulk, and that is the worry. Neither player can play the usual safety shots for that reason. Bingham is taking risks though, isn't he? It's a good shot. However, why take that risk when your opponent can run into the reds again? Because there was always a chance there he might have left this red on. Well, at least we've averted the re-rack now, and Bingham can play a pretty decent safety shot, pushing the red back up the other end. So get back to more conventional snooker from here.
Yeah, it's just a quick shot of Neil there. A point would be okay for him this evening, but he would really like a win. That's a great shot.
I think that was a miscue.
Yeah, he's having a quick look at the tip. I think you're right, Neil. Actually, played thin off the red.
It's a strange one though. It didn't make an odd sound, but he's hit it completely wrong.
Well,
I think this is exactly what Stuart wanted, really, to get a good early chance to find the rhythm that he had in his first match this evening against Mark Selby.
Yeah, I spoke to Stuart briefly after that match, and of course he started the first frame. He missed two of the easiest boards you'll see.
6.
Missed the red on the black spot when he had the black over the pocket, and it looked like he was going to struggle, but he won that frame. From then on in, it was as one-sided as you could ever see a match.
7.
Selby hardly potted a ball in the next 5 frames. And he got going with 2 centuries. He's that sort of a player. And on a good day, he can just blow an opponent away with big breaks. Made multiple 1-4-7s in competitive play. Very dangerous player.
50.
Clever shot. I thought he might just run off the other one for the black, but nice little cannon to stay on the pink. Oh, that went off the near jaw.
Well, he's absolutely bang in now, Mike.
21.
This is where he is very, very dangerous. I mean, they all are at this level. He's a fine player around the black spot.
22.
Just shows you what winning a tournament does, doesn't it, Neil? I mean, his confidence now is it's sky high. You know, we know that Stuart has taken a few years to get there, but such a nice lad, and I think we was all happy for him when he did lift that Australian Open trophy.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to take off for him in the year 2000 when he beat defending champion Stephen Hendry at the Crucible.
29.
And on that first day, which is always a tough match for the defending champion, but it didn't quite end up that he was going to become a top player immediately. But like you say, winning in Australia in 2011 has changed everything. It's given him that boost. He knows he's a ranking tournament winner now.
Won't be best pleased with that one though, because he's left at the wrong side of the blue.
He's hit that one extremely well. It was so well struck.
35.
I think of players there who might have dropped that blue in and played a red at long range, but he really did hit that well. Sign of extreme confidence.
$36.
Well, it seems like he's never been away.
41.
Started very well, as I keep saying. Started well earlier this evening.
Yeah, I suppose it's possible you can get a reaction from winning 6-0, but you'd rather be playing after having won 6-0 than losing 6-0, put it that way. And he was kind of buzzing really in the green room, just feeling really good about his game. Picked up £8,000 in that match, 6 for the frames that he won and 1,000 each for the 2 centuries.
47.
Not bad, half a night's work.
The thing is, there's so much more snooker to be played as well for these boys these days, but it always helps to be in front of camera in these conditions pretty regularly.
.48.
Yeah, a lot of snooker to be played, all right. I know Neil Robertson is off to China tomorrow. I assume that Stuart also is to make that journey for the next big tournament, the International, which is right up there with the UK now in frames, best of 11s and ranking points. So it's 55. A big tournament.
Well, it's massive money, isn't it? It's £125,000 to the winner. And of course it will be
56.
The first time that we will see Ronnie O'Sullivan back this year.
Time extension.
So he's taken an extension. It just, as you can see, the angle he's got, he can land on the red behind the black, but I don't think initially he wanted to play on it. But he knows that the way things stand, this is the one that he needs to win the frame. But he would like to pot a colour with this. Made sure of it. Played to the scoreboard. Played to the situation on the table, which is right.
Yeah, let's just drop this in. Well, he's playing the stun shot, probably playing a little cannon, but just make sure. Well played. Well, he's played it with confidence. I don't think Neil will give another shot here. This could be a century in the first frame.
71.
Yeah, well, I think that Andy Goldstein was only joking when he said 6 frames,
72.
including 6 centuries. But he could start off with one here. That was a really good shot on the black, actually, Mike. As you say, I think most players would have dropped it in, but he played it in such a way that he was looking to make a 100 break rather than just pop that ball.
Indeed, and that's the confidence of the man now. Well, as we've said before this match started, he knows he only wants 1 point out of this match and is there in the semi-finals.
He's getting that cue ball to move with great ease. Stroke that in.
95.
Bit of consideration on this shot. And playing on the black, it will be a century if this goes in. Marvellous.
He's doing well, no doubt about that.
He could knock the black in here and make sure of the 100 and make sure of the £1,000. Playing the pink in the middle means he's going to try and continue the break, but this is the one for the money. Oh, only just. He nearly missed that.
And we give him 750 for that.
102.
This has been a superb break.
$103.
And that was also perfectly judged.
108. $110. 130.
Well, he's in that zone at the moment. Snooker players don't get this all the time, where they don't really believe they're going to miss. World-class players get it sometimes.
170.
Didn't happen to me all that often, once in a blue moon, but I know that at the moment I wouldn't have thought that Stuart Bingham thinks he can miss anything.
122.
Been an absolutely brilliant break, this. 131 from Judd Trump is the highest. That was on the very first week in Skegness.
128.
He actually made it against Peter Ebdon, but it doesn't matter now because that is no longer the high grade. And that was absolutely stunning stuff from Stuart Bingham. He'd won 7 in a row, but this is the first frame against Neil Robertson. Brilliant stuff.
Thanks. 39.
Not ideal on the black to get on one of the open reds.
Yeah, I wonder if you might go around the angles here, or just drop him behind this tougher red. Well, he's having a look at the pink, but he might go around the houses with the cue ball, in and out of ball.
Time extension.
Well, this needs to be a good shot to get anywhere near these reds. Oh, what a shot that is. I mean, there was that.
Brilliant stuff from Stuart Bingham, having won 7 frames in a row against top-class opposition tonight. And he's made 3 centuries along the way. He's in great form.
Thank you. Second frame. Stuart Bingham to break it.
I saw Neil Robertson just watching the matches earlier on, because he was here early to sit through 2 matches. He does watch snooker quite intently, but I bet you he thought, well, almost glad that Stuart has played so well in the first match, because he's probably not going to do it again, because that's how snooker is. It's hard, isn't it, Mike, to do it again and play that well again, but he started exactly how he left off.
Well, again, like he's never been away. So obviously Neil has to pick up here, but super start from Stuart.
Yeah, and I think, you know, as well as he's playing, it is just a slight advantage having had a match, but there's nothing wrong with these tables, so it won't take Robertson long to just adjust to them.
Yeah, they're normally pretty uniform these days, aren't they? The pace and whatever, and the bounce off the cushions. But I think, to be honest, hang on, has he got the cross double? Ah, there we go. He's a good little cannon on the brown. That's unlucky. He still has the yellow or the green on to thin cuts. Just going back to the matches tonight, actually, I think it's been a slight advantage in some way for Stuart to be playing 2 matches, because with the start, as you watch the replay there, with the start that he had against Mark Selby, he knew coming into this match that he only needed a draw to put himself into the last 4. So perhaps, you know, he's got himself up for this.
He's deciding not to play the cut on the green. Yeah, I mean, from Neil Robertson's point of view, I mean, he will get used to the table, but what you need is to get some shots on it for that to happen. And he didn't get any in the first frame, because of an absolutely tremendous 135, which is the highest of the tournament so far.
Foul, miss. Neil Robertson 4.
Could go back. Just need a little bit more pace this time. I think he's underhit that one as well.
Foul, the miss.
Unless he's played the
Yeah,
one
Robertson
nearest the
four.
black, of course. I thought he was playing into the back of the pack. The danger is, if he hits those two reds on the left-hand side, he can leave the red that's on the edge of the pack. So, dead weight onto this one near the black, I think, is ideal. Attempt number 3 then. That's a great shot. Well, he only needs 3 frames. He's got one of them.
Seemed not to have a shot there at all. So probably would have been his last option, just to run into the 2 reds there. No player really wants to get involved in all of that unless they have to. Said the one pot to go for so far earlier in this frame, in this entire match.
Well, that's a great shot. You always look to avoid the ball colours. Just look at that one. I think it's got Neil snookered on all of the reds here.
Time extension.
Yeah, he's having to take a time extension. Just give himself some more thinking time. Twice across to the red on the near the top cushion, perhaps. Can he get enough side on this white? Well, no, not to hit that one. And if he keeps running, he'll leave it on.
Foul, the miss.
Well, the miss has been called,
Stuart Bingham,
but
four.
Stuart hasn't got much angle on this red, so he might have that put back. There's no way that he can get out for a colour.
No, you could maybe get topspin on it, but it's difficult. Unless you could get onto the black into the left middle or something. It's an awkward one. Tried to wriggle it in the jaws maybe, but I wonder if he had the shot to get onto the black to the left middle. He's not doing much wrong, but I guess he thought that Robertson would improve on the first escape from the snooker. That's probably why he didn't put him back in.
Stuart Bingham.
He does make the odd mistake then. Double kiss was not intended on the yellow there. Only a minor thing though. It's just meant that Robertson's not got the most difficult of safety shots here.
This looks pretty good though. It's a good angle if he gets a big bounce. Well, Stuart can see one red, and he might take it on.
It's very difficult, but he wouldn't bet too much against him knocking it in. The balls he has potted in this match.
Huh.
Great shot. Yes. As I was saying, he's in that kind of frame of mind that snooker players get rarely, where you just see the ball seems small and the pockets seem big. That's how he is tonight.
Well, that was top draw. Those are the sort of shots, or pots, that deserve to win frames. Well, good contact, but unfortunately he's just gone away from them slightly, but he's opened up one or two more, and if he can get himself on the blue here, from this red, well, he could be away.
This is the Steve Davis black that he missed, isn't it? In that final those years ago that he overcut. So Bingham's not missing anything.
6.
Do you think you remind him of that over the weekend?
In the World Seniors, he's playing the grinder, isn't he? Cliff Thorburn.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
So what, there's some really good games actually. Looking forward to watching you play Jimmy White. That's another good one, Mike.
I'll be looking forward to watching me play Jimmy White. You didn't decide to play it this year, though?
No. I retired once. Came out of retirement for last year. Said never again. Enjoyed it, but rather commentate on it, actually. You, as you know, Mike, we make less mistakes in here than out there.
Yeah, absolutely. The best in the world here. That's it.
I'll be kind to you when you play, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Stuart Bingham.
I'm not sure if you'll get the most of the support.
Well, it's,
to be honest.
to be honest, and again, it's not you I'm worried about, it's the others.
Yeah, I mean, playing Jimmy White in any era has been quite daunting, hasn't it? Because he gets support worldwide.
A loose one from Neil then. Too thick on the red. And he's got the slide angle to get back for the blue as well.
One.
Well, he's not missing a lot. Just the wrong side of the blue, so just a little power stun shot here, in and out of ball. Could really do with getting on the black here. Mind you, I think that red might just be masking the black spot, so it'd probably be better if he stays on the blue for the time being. That's why he's played it hard. Well, he's just nudged that red off that spot, actually, so that's not bad.
7.
Except he's pushed the black a little bit safer.
Interesting, he's playing the brown, not the green here. Green would have taken it towards the red if he'd wanted to go that way. He's getting so much work on the ball. He's getting so much power with no great effort at all.
That's a great shot.
11.
Yeah, he's looking in superb nick. But as I say, you never quite know where this sort of form comes from, because he was
12.
a bit edgy in the first frame of the night that he played. But you can be not far away from your very best. A little bit of confidence. Everything has changed. I think he knew it was a big night for him, because playing the 2 matches, he could book a place in the semi-finals, the playoffs.
17.
And he's on his way to doing so.
Yeah, again, especially beating Mark the way he did, 6-0, like really gave him a boost.
18.
He's having to work this cue ball though, and again he's just finished the wrong side of the blue, so he'll have to go in and out of bulk here. Play on the red, probably that's just left with the black spot. Well, he's gone the other way. He's playing on one at the back of the pack, and that's another great shot. Well, he's got this cue ball on a string.
I completely agree with you. I thought he'd play the red by the black as well, with the other side, running side. But he's got a choice of 2. He's got a plant. Name your shot here. Look at all these.
It would help if he can get the black onto its own spot. But he's gone back for the blue.
24.
Well, he'll be happy. It doesn't matter how you win the frame and which colours you take. Again, just a little stun shot for the red. Well, he's in control of himself. He's in control of this
29.
cue ball. And who knows, if he went 3-0, he's obviously in control of the match, which would put him into this year's semi-finals.
But it is difficult with the pink and black tied up to win a frame, so he's made this an excellent break.
Might nudge the reds open here with the pink. I chose to play on the loose one.
35.
Just needs some action on the cue ball again to get back for the blue. There's been a lot of mileage on this cue ball during this break.
Again, zipped off the cushion with running on reverse side, left-hand side, which goes the other way. He's at the wrong side of the blue again, but it's not been a problem in the break so far. He's just playing all the shots. Now he has played that shot to the other side of the table. This is really good stuff. This is an exhibition of how to play position.
41.
Well, red and one more blue would be enough. It would leave Neil needing snookers. But he needs another good one here.
Time extension.
He's just rechecking the scoreboard. He's taking a time extension. He knows just red and blue to win the frame. Oh. Oh, could that
Stuart
prove
Bingham,
costly?
41.
He's done everything right up to then.
I think he tried to pot it into the right-hand side of the pocket as we saw that, just to get the cue ball a little bit further up towards the blue. But it was one of the first shots he really had to think about. I guess it proves that he can miss. Starting to wonder.
Oh, this is the first real chance that Neil has had. It obviously went, but he couldn't get it.
He's just had no table time, Robertson. That's the problem. He's been sitting down all the way through.
Well, there is the table time. Look at that, 23% is against 77. The reflection of the frame so far. Needs to hurry.
It's a very strange shot. I don't understand that shot. I mean, I know that Bingham would like to pot a colour, but I don't think Robertson can afford to let him pull another red, because the black's safe. That's a very odd shot to play. He's rushed, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I don't think he intended to bring the white that far down. Why did he? I know he wanted the colour, but just make sure of the red.
Well, 49 in front it would have been if that goes in. The black would have been not easy to get on. That might have cost him.
But he would still have been at the table. Could have played a good safety.
One.
I agree, it was two strange shots in a row. Is there a twist in the tail? I mean, the balls are pretty good, aside from the black, which of course, if he got on it right at the end of the frame as a left-hander, he could reach it comfortably. He could clear here.
Yes, it would be some steal.
Eight. $14. $15.
I just feel that he's now steeling himself for something here. Just knows that, recognises important points in a match, and if he could find a way of winning this frame, he'd be right back into things. He's hardly played a part so far.
Yeah, and the black's not a problem either, being left-handed on that side of the table.
90.
Well, this could be very significant in the context of this match.
20.
Stuart was looking in full control. The century, the highest break of the tournament in the opener. And he's had a couple of chances to win this one. Got a kick there. Got a massive kick. He's taken all of the pace out of the white. I assume he played on the yellow to this bottom right-hand corner or the middle, but what does he do now? It won't go past the black.
I think he's got to play it into the right corner, but I don't think we've seen that many kicks tonight either. Certainly not in the first match, so he's unlucky to get one there.
Well, this is a big shot because Stuart only needs one ball, but if this goes in, he could win the frame. It's a mile away.
Neil Robertson, 24.
Well, he had another time extension left there, Neil. I'm surprised he didn't take it.
Yeah, he missed it by a long way, didn't he, as you said. Didn't threaten the pocket at all. Well, Stuart Bingham knocked that in with all the confidence he showed earlier in the match. Just a minor blip earlier in this frame. He missed 2 consecutive pots, but the golden run of form will continue.
Thanks. 9.
So, Stuart Bingham has had a dream of an evening so far. He wins the frame. Just 1 or 2 halfway through, but it is Stuart Bingham now racing into a 2-0 advantage. Welcome back. Earlier tonight, Stuart Bingham whitewashed world number 1 Mark Selby 6-0. John Higgins booked a place in the playoffs by beating Judd Trump 4-2. And Bingham has won the first 2 against Neil Robertson as well. 8 on the night. We've discovered it's 10 in a row in the league because he won his last 2 against Ding Junhui.
Thank you, third frame.
So he is flying.
Neil Robertson to break.
Well, we've said that Neil needs at least a point here. 2 would be better for him. He needs to pick up.
Yeah, he's always got the advantage that he has got another match to play, and that will be against Ding Junhui. But I think it's more that if Bingham wins another frame, it means that Ding can't pass Stuart Bingham, so Robertson still is involved. What is in doubt is his 100% record. He's played 2-1-2 up until tonight, before we went into Bingham in this sort of form.
Chance of a red here to the middle, though. Just overcut it.
Oh, an absolute mile again. It was like the yellow in the previous frame. It's nowhere near. Oh, I think he might want to see a look on the monitor, but I think you'd keep away from that because he missed it by so far.
1.
Play with a touch of left-hand side, that shot, just to slow the cue ball down.
9.
Well, as I said
16.
before, at the beginning of the evening, he was looking for 1 point out of this match, just the 3 frames. He's got a great chance
17.
here.
That was a nice cannon as well. Judged it perfectly off the second red. He's going to play up onto the blue this time, I suspect.
24.
Did wonder if he was going to stay around the black spot. He's playing so well. Never had a
25.
147 in the Premier League under the shot clock. It'll happen one day.
Too much angle to hold for the open red. He might go into them here. Full ball contact on the pink.
Yeah, the pink and the red are a bit awkward, aren't they, the way they're placed?
He hit that well.
There are not many reds move there, but unless he's covered the one near the pocket, which would be unlucky. The problem with this shot is the pink and the red weren't really splitting most of the reds open there.
Can he get through to this one? Well, he's having to swerve it. Oh, that's a great shot, knowing that after 2 cushions to be on the black. That's tremendous.
Yeah, it's a really, really good shot, and the kind of shot he might be able to play if he won 8 frames in a row.
Well, another great shot, and again, he's been a little bit unlucky, unless you can see this one to the right middle, but he's on it here this evening, Stuart Bingham. He's playing superbly
38.
well.
Well, I think it's going to have to be a plant, so he's kind of inventing new ways of keeping this break going at the moment. Had to make it wasn't dead in line, that's why he missed it.
You could just see the distance between the 2 reds there. Chance for Neil here, though, to the middle.
1.
Well, I'm going to get a better chance on this, where the reds are positioned. He has to make the most of this. Still only had 29% of table time here this evening in this match.
8.
The strange thing is it actually seems like less. He's hardly ever appeared to be at the table, doesn't it? But he is
9.
the kind of player that really can get himself going, but as you said, it's almost got to be now, I think. Mike, if he doesn't score here and he lets Bingham in again and he starts scoring, then I think he's going to lose the match.
Yes, up a point now on the graphic to 30%, but if he wins this one, he knows he's got a chance to win the match, obviously.
Time extension.
But, or at least gain a point out of it. It's a long way back, but he's going to have to start playing.
Just a bit straight on this for his own liking. Yeah, he's worried about screwing onto the red on the cushion. He's done well there. It's worth the time extension.
15. Thank you. 16.
Well, I think that's the end of that insect. Been hovering around for a while, but I think Robertson's nailed him there.
$23. 24. 31. $32.
Three reds to the left of the pink. It's just a little bit awkward. They're out in the open, but kind of covering each other a bit.
Well, he feels he's got a big bounce there, but he played the cannon onto the red nearest the pink, and he's finished nowhere.
Yeah, it just wasn't a very nice position on the table. As I say, it seemed fine, but unfortunately now, unless he plays this plant, these two reds are a long way apart that he's considering. Now there you see that. It doesn't look too bad on that shot, but they are a good way apart.
Yeah, and all the time he's been pressured a little bit with the shot clock. The dreaded bleeps. Well played. Great shot.
Played it well. He obviously didn't fancy it entirely, the way that he played up for a bold colour. And that was to make sure the cue ball went away from the reds. Still a good shot though.
$43.
So look at this again. Great shot.
$44.
Well, they're all there. I think he feels he got another big bounce off that cushion. Actually, it's not that. It's another fly, actually. So it's one each. One to Brendan, one to Neil.
Yeah, the one that got away.
$51.
I'm just thinking, actually, with the size of Stuart's hands, I think he could have killed about 5 at one hit there.
He's still got a bit of work to do here. He's got colour red to negotiate here, otherwise Bingham could still win.
59.
Well, from nowhere, it seems that Neil is beginning to play here.
I just think there's one more shot, Mike, for him. He's just got to get on this red. It's quite acute to the left middle if he plays on it in that pocket. Just got a little bit of work to do still. That is as well as he could have played the shot. Finished right behind it.
65. $66.
Yeah, this has been a super break under the circumstances. Could have really done with that.
Yeah, Robertson, 66.
He took a slight liberty there, but he was thinking that he had pound signs in front of his eyes. Played the black instead of the easy pink because he tried to get a 100 break and nick a grand. And he hasn't actually won the frame yet, so you could argue that the pink was the shot. Imagine if he loses his frame now, he'll be thinking that he's played the wrong shot in not playing the pink, which was, well, he would never have missed the pink, I don't think, the form he seems to be in. Now he finds himself snookered. What a strange game at times. Robertson knows what he's done here. He knows the mess he's made, and I think Bingham's aware of it as well.
Should hit this off the side cushion. Good hit. Only just.
Table is good for getting snookers, not necessarily from this shot, but where the blue and the black are, it's a good target.
Yeah, Stuart won't be too happy with that though, because he's left the screen on. Can he knock it in? No, well, there's still half a chance here for Stuart.
Yeah, definitely. He only just hit the last snooker that he was put in, Robertson.
And again, you know, disgusted with himself at with that shot. Nowhere near the snooker, but not only that, he's left Neil another pot on here. So again, this to kill off this frame. Oh, he's got a massive kick. Oh, obviously it made all the difference.
Very much so, because he really is a chance now that Bingham will get a snooker on the brown. Wasn't a very good shot that he's played, but he can maybe glance off this. It's definitely kicked. It's jumped up in the air. It's a cue ball. Look at it. Went up about a centimetre or so.
Didn't need that though. Okay, he's got the snooker, but he's pushed the black safe. If he has to get snookers a little bit further on in this frame, Neil should hit this, but he's got to be careful he doesn't go in off it.
That's why he's playing it 2 cushions, I think. The one cushion is in and off, isn't it?
Oh, he was missed it anyway.
Foul.
Is this behind the pink? This is a free ball.
Stuart Bingham 6.
Well, all of a sudden we've got a new favourite to win the frame. It looked a certainty that Robertson will win the frame. He missed the black to get on the yellow because he wanted to make a 100 break and earn a grand. And now it could be that he'll lose the frame. Unbelievable. And of course, if Stuart could clear up, as we've explained earlier, he will be through.
4.
Because he'll have won 9 frames out of 9 on the evening. And he'll be sure of a draw, and he'll be through to the playoffs. So this is very big.
8.
Still needs them all. Cannot believe Neil's missed that out of that snooker though of 2 cushions. It wasn't tough.
No, but I think, as you said, it was a 1 cushion shot, which was in off. That was his worry.
Well, again, you go back to the bad decision when he took the black instead of the pink. The pink was guaranteed frame, isn't it? It's gone off the side cushion here, I think. Well, this black here to guarantee himself a semi-final place.
Unbelievable. What a frame to win. Seemingly when he had no chance of doing so, Stuart Bingham has won another frame, guaranteed a draw, and he's won 9 frames on the night, and that's pleased the family, and a brilliant evening so far for Stuart. Very dramatic evening so far. This was the shot that Neil Robertson missed when meant that Stuart Bingham could actually win the frame. Unbelievable when he missed it, because I think the 1 cushion escape was an in-off. That was the last shot he had. Earlier on this was the kick, and I guess that made a difference.
Thank you. Frame 4, Stuart Bingham to break.
But it just goes to show you, though, I mean, personally, I think that in that frame, the problem was when he tried to make the 100 break. I mean, the frame was safe. He never would have missed the pink. But it would have been a 99 break as opposed to a 100 break. And, of course, there's the lure of the additional £1,000. It's quite rare that it would actually make a difference, but it did there.
Oh, an attempted pop there from Neil, but he's finished up getting that cue ball down the other end of the table. It's fairly safe, this, but every credit to Stuart Bingham here this evening. Let's not forget that's 9 frames on the bounce now. 11 if you take the last 2 against Ding Junhui. A super evening for him. The big question here, of course, for Neil is, can he get something out of this match? But it's not happening for him.
Well, it's a tremendous shot, that plant. It was on, but it was no guarantee they'd be on a colour. And he stayed down on that one. He wasn't certain it was in.
Eight. 9.
It's more of the same here. Obviously,
14.
along the way, I guess if he was going to win all those frames in a row, there'd be 1 or 2 somewhere that he probably shouldn't have won.
15.
And so the first frame of the night, when he cleared up when he was about 50 behind, that was against Mark Selby. And of course the last frame, but in between, he played some great stuff. 3 century breaks, 2 against Selby and 1 in the first frame here.
Imagine another 6-0 with a possible another century, £16,000.
22.
6-0 are very rare in the Premier League. So there's been a couple, I guess, along the way. I remember Ding beating Hendry 6-0, but it doesn't happen very much. 2 on the same night by the same player. Well, probably never going to happen again.
Well, there was the evidence of the queuing, the good queuing. A lot of action into the white. He's left himself this red to the green pocket. Well, don't be surprised if he knocks this one in. Hang on. Better check side. It's going close. Wow, there you go.
41.
It's his night, isn't it? It's all his night.
Well, take full advantage. It's amazing how that happens as you watch that replay on that red there, Neil, where it just imparts side on the object board, isn't it, off the cushion. Squeezes it off the pocket. And how many times do we see that happen?
A bit like the ball hitting the crossbar at football and spinning out. But usually the referee hasn't noticed it's gone in the meantime.
Yeah, let's not talk about those. We've had a few of those in the past, haven't we? Especially when it's a yard and a half over the line.
39.
But yeah, you've just got to ride your luck. I mean, with this game, and the players in the best of form generally get the good luck that goes with it.
46.
And the blue gives him an angle here that he could go into them, but the bog colours, maybe the yellow we would see taking him towards the reds also. Probably not a natural on the blue.
Well, he's gone off 2 cushions, but he needed to avoid that red. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's not bad. Put his hand up, he's got a red to the middle and one to the corner here, so
49.
It's, like I say, it's all happening, but when it does, take full advantage.
That was unbelievable, wasn't it? I mean, he played to go into the reds, missed the one on the side cushion. As I say, it's all happening for a player that's in great form. And that's also a very good shot. Is he on a red? Deserves to be for that shot.
Oh, especially if the one near the pink goes. He's still got one to the left middle, but if the straight
57.
red goes.
And the one to the middle near the pink doesn't go, but the other one does.
58.
Well, he's had 3 centuries already this evening. Could this be the 4th? Doesn't matter what you say, though, Neil. This is great stuff, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's played very well.
65.
And to be honest, anyone who follows snooker would know that he's very capable of playing like this.
66.
Most of them are, and snooker's a confidence game, but he's always been, his strength has always been how he scores. Don't see him as the most brilliant tactician.
73.
He'd rather be able to pot like this and score like this than anything else, though.
I think it's also helped his game in as much as there's so much snooker now to be played, so many more tournaments, that he's getting that consistency that he's looked for.
74.
And the green looks the best option here.
We'll still need that red on the side cushion, though, to make the century and £1,000 bonus.
77. $78.
Well, he doesn't actually need that red to make the 100 break, does he? But he takes high enough value colours with these last 2 reds, Mike.
$85.
Yes, you're right. My math's as good as ever.
86.
Of course, he's already made a 1-3-5 break in this match, as well as Mike was saying, those 2 centuries earlier on in successive frames. It's been, at times, spellbinding stuff from Bingham.
The red and pink would be enough, but he's covered the pocket with the blue. He's going to have to take this to the centre.
Yeah, I guess that would take him towards the black, but the pot could be missed.
Go on, get in. Well played. Oh, this is super.
94.
Yeah, I like the way he played it as well. He played it around 3 cushions to play on the black exactly how he did there. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant stuff.
101.
I'd like to see him knock this in as well. You know, it's not far away. Go on. Oh, easy game, this.
Well, there's his wife Michelle, and she must be enjoying this.
107.
I wonder if she's thinking of how she's going to spend the money, because this is 10 frames in a row, 6 early on against Selby and 4 here, and 4 centuries, 14 grand on the night.
And still 2 to be played. He's already had a 1-3-5. These were for a 1-3-4.
16. $121. 127.
Well, at last he misses the pot, but another brilliant break from Stuart Bingham. He marches on and has gone 4-0 up with another century break. An amazing night for Stuart Bingham. Ironically, the shot that might have made all the difference was Neil Robertson trying to pot that black to make a break of 100. Eventually lost the frame, and the luck since then has gone against him and with Stuart Bingham, because he fluked that red and made another century break.
Thank you. Frame 5. Neil Robertson to break.
But it does go to show, Mike, what an odd game snooker can be. Robertson taken a bit of a liberty to try and get £1,000 for a century, and yet his opponent has made 4 of them over the course of the evening.
Well, we know, we've seen over the years many frames and championships, we've seen that they did come back to haunt you. Wasn't a great breaker shot from Neil to allow Stuart to take the red on, but still a good pot. Well, he's missing nothing. He knows he's safe, he knows he's in the semi-finals. He's having a go at this. Well, he's making these pockets look like buckets.
The black might be tied up now. That's what Stuart's most concerned about, seeing where it will respot. Whether it will now pot into the corner pocket, that's the problem. And I suspect it might not. The red above it will go if he can get on it later on.
8.
Yeah, he's got to, first of all, try and get onto the blue from this one.
Yeah, this is an awkward time extension because nothing is very easy from here.
Nine.
Pink's in the middle then. Can he get back for this red near the black? That will certainly open things up. Nicely done. Well, well worked out. Could have done with the white coming back a little bit more because he knows he's going into the black slightly here. Well, he can pop this red. Again, it's just a question of where the black's going to finish.
50.
That's a great cannon as
60.
well. Well, he's got the loose red and an angle to get into the pack. Who knows? Could it be another century? He's getting through the ball so well.
Yeah, it's all about timing, isn't it? Accelerating through the ball, which he's doing tonight. In great style. Until he misses one with the rest. Strange that, isn't it? You can be playing well
Thanks. Stuart
with
Bingham.
normal
20.
shots, but you can still miss the odd one with the rest because it's like a different technique. It's been a rarity on the whole of the evening. I think he tried to miss it or hit it on the thick side, hit it off the jaw and knock it in. So they can hold for the black.
One.
Oh, Neil's played that well. He's going to scatter them here, far and wide.
And I think the kind of night it's been for him, the kind of time where you knock a red into a pocket or something when luck's against the player. He's been completely dominated on points, 441 to 100. Well, he didn't knock a red in, but he nearly did.
6.
That would have been really unlucky.
Seven. $12. $30. $90.
Wow.
Neil Robertson.
Don't know how he could have missed that one, but it was awkward cueing, but he was just dropping it in. There was nothing to do with the shot.
Well, I just wonder when he felt he got a bad contact there.
Don't see anything there, Mike, to be honest.
One.
He might have just put side on it.
Yep, he's kicked it towards the top cushion.
Yeah, sometimes a player will just miss a shot because he's thinking about the next shot. He just completely forgets what he's doing. Thinking about 3 or 4 shots ahead.
Oh, we know how responsive these cloths are as well when you just put a trace aside on the cue ball.
Yeah.
He hasn't played that very well.
8.
No, I think that's right. It's affected Bingham as well for once. He can pop this red to the middle. It's horrible. Real thin shot. Quite an acute angle. Cue ball not under great control, but I have a lot of money on him missing this one, the way he's playing. Yeah, it was a question of getting the angle right.
Stuart Bingham. 8.
Played it cleverly though, where he couldn't do a lot of damage.
Good pace on the white. I just wonder if Stuart might be tempted with this red to the middle. It's a tough shot, but he knows he's already won the match and whatever. I think he's actually taken this one to the yellow pocket. Sorry, the green pocket, I should say. It's not far away, just a little bit wide. Well, he just hasn't been there this evening, Neil. And there's still the possibility here that Stuart Bingham can win both of his matches 6-0.
Yeah, it's been an odd evening in that regard. He has played so well. Obviously, we saw John Higgins hitting the ball nicely earlier as well in his match against Judd Trump, but Bingham's played on a different level to everyone else, it seems.
6.
Well, this time he is on this back red.
9.
Well, he's got them open, but unfortunately for him, he hasn't landed on a colour.
No, unless he wants to play an ambitious shot on the pink, but he might just think time to play safe from the green, keep the pressure on his opponent who looks under pressure.
Well, he's won his first match 6-0. He wants to win this one 6-0 as well. Why not?
Stuart Bingham, 10.
Something you get told at this game at a young age is when you've got your opponent down, keep him down. Don't give him anything. And he's got to play a shot from on the cushion here. No one particularly likes playing shots from back there. Bingham will be slightly concerned that there's 20 odd points in front, 22 in front, but the reds and all the colours are very open, so it's not really much of an advantage, those few points.
Good shot. I just wonder whether he can get through the gap here and play this red nearest to the right pocket, right corner pocket, but he's looking at the one to the left now. I wonder, is he taking this on? Needs to hurry. Great shot. Super cue. He's got a kick there as well, actually, and he's taking the pace out of the cue ball. There's no way he'll take the black on. Worth another lot. Look at this. Yeah, that red slightly jumped.
Double kiss is no good to him. But again, does Stuart want to knock this long red in? Again, he's been cueing them so nicely. You'd never say he would miss it. The shot that Neil played, he was thinking about and ruining the fact that he didn't get the cue ball onto the cushion.
He might, you know, Neil. I think he's in that sort of mood and can hold for the pink. He's through for the black.
Trouble is, you can always leave the red you've played, and he's managed to avoid that there. It didn't drift up the table.
Time extension.
Needs a bit of thinking time for this shot.
Well, he didn't want that in, really, because he would have found himself in a bit of trouble. He would have had to play dead weight on the black, which would have been tough.
And one of the quieter spells of the match, the last few shots.
Let's not forget that, if you look at Stuart here and Neil in the background, that Neil, you know, the frames are really important to him because he'll be playing Ding Junhui in his final match, and these 2 frames could count.
Time extension.
Although at the moment it does have a superior frame record. In fact, it's just about now that Stuart's won 4 frames here. It's about the same actually between him and Ding Junhui.
Well, he's won 1 frame less than Ding, hasn't he? And as Neil Robertson, and that would mean that it might have implications on if the match is a draw next time they play. So Robertson could do a winning 2 frames, these last 2 frames, then he could get a draw against Ding, and that would be enough. So it does all matter. You're right.
That's why it's noticeable that he's been taking a lot more time to think about what he's doing, especially the latter half of this frame.
The other thing, Mike, is he just doesn't want to get beat 6-0 anyway, does he? I mean, it's
no.
I could see Mark Selby when he walked out. You know, he's a good pro and he was nice to everybody, but he looked very disappointed, as you expect. It's not the scoreline you want to be on the receiving end of, especially with all the other tournaments that are coming up. Can shatter a player's confidence.
Yeah, most of these boys are flying to China in the next couple of days for the International Championship. I've already said a massive event, £125,000 to the winner there. Oh dear me.
Well, the double kiss can always happen on those shots. I think he hit the other side of it, that's why he'll be disappointed. Probably can't work out how that shot went wrong.
Well, Stuart will be going to China full of confidence, and of course Neil will have to pick himself up again.
Just a bit more work to be done. Red colour red he wants.
8. Nine.
Done with a little bit more on the cue ball there. I think he can just hold for that red down the table. He just wants the blue and the red. That's a great shot. Well, this is frame ball for 5-0. Getting ahead of myself there, a bit there. Well, who knows? It could be 6-0. That would be amazing. 2 6-0s and an even. It's world-class opposition.
15.
I suppose in some ways now you've got to say that against the world number 1, I think it's 8 or 9. He would have probably started the slight underdog in both matches.
Yeah, I would say.
90.
Excellent.
They're all going in.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the frames where he's missed a couple of balls, but when it's come down to the important shots, then he's got them all. I'm sure Robertson will have had enough there. Yep, he concedes, and Stuart Bingham again. He's raced into a 5-0 lead against Neil Robertson. Well, extraordinary night of snooker. Stuart Bingham reeling off 6 in a row, beating Mark Selby, whitewashing him. John Higgins getting through, booking his place against Judd Trump 4-2. Bingham continuing the good work, 5-0 over Neil Robertson.
Thank you. Final frame. Stuart Bingham to break.
Well, I think we're going to have to think about changing his nickname, Neil, from Ball Run to Frame Run.
Yeah, it's been amazing, isn't it? I mean, the odds of winning 11 frames in a row on the same evening, massive odds. He wouldn't have been, as you said, favourite to win the match. Huge odds.
And he's just pushed the red out from the pack there, which will go to the middle. It might pass the blue. I think he's looking at it to the middle, actually, the right centre. Well done. Again, he's not missing.
One.
Six. Seven.
Nicely played on the blue, perfectly. Top side.
$12.
Well, for Stuart,
30.
the people around him, this certainly be an evening to remember for him. If he gets the discs of these two matches for the future.
Well, you get the feeling it's something that might stay on his Sky Plus for quite a while. I think he'll save
18.
this evening. He won't be deleting it in a hurry.
He's just nudged the black open there as well. Can he hold for the black? Well played.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how good that is. That was really, you have to hit that ball absolutely superbly to hold for that black.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to hit it slowly and get the screw on it, hasn't he? It's, as you say, all about the timing. And you know, tonight he has played some exquisite shots. Don't forget, 2 centuries earlier in this match,
26.
breaks of 135 and 127.
Just look at the points scored there, 505 and counting to 119.
$27.
And again, he's got more at his mercy.
Yeah, just a question of maintaining his concentration for another 10 minutes or so. And
32.
red letter day for Stuart. He said he was going to come here tonight and go for everything. Well, he's not quite gone for everything. He's played with confidence, but at the right times he has slipped in the discreet safety shot.
Well, the question was being asked that
33.
how he would react in the second match, having played so well in the first, and it hasn't affected him at all. He's just continued in that vein of form.
Well, that's right. I mean, you would say the odds of him doing it again were even bigger than they were originally. If he did
38.
to win this match 6-0 as well as the last one, he thought there was less chance of that. But he
39.
played so well, so full of confidence. It's been a joy to watch because, as I've said before, he's always been capable of this. And I think that the format in the Premier League is right up his street. He's always been a fluent player.
$46. 52. $53.
Well, I think this would be quite fitting if he finished with another century. Bit of work to be done, though. But why not?
59. 60.
If he went a bit too far there, I think he'd like to have popped this black and pushed the red away from it. And he couldn't do that there. That's actually in his way a bit, that red that was right by the black spot. Well,
67.
this red and the frame will be won. Extraordinary night. I mean, players don't even play two matches in the same night, so the way that the Premier League is usually played, so we're not going to see this happen again, but
68.
to win them both and win 12 in a row, you can name your own odds.
He didn't have the correct angle this time to nudge this red out away from the black spot. It would be handy if you get this left hand red rather than the right hand one. It would certainly open up this frame, and then it would give him a chance of the century. Well, this is incredible, Neil.
76.
Isn't it? He can't. Can he finish with another century? Oh, yeah, well, no, he can't.
It's got work to do with the three reds that are awkward, but the fact that the last two reds are going to be below the black spot means that it's always on. Drop them in down there.
Yeah, it's just finished in between them with the cue ball.
84.
Oh, well, he just played to try and nudge one away here. Half ball contact would be perfect.
I just think he'll drop on one. It's,
yeah, it was too straight.
I think he'll be happy to have the shot to drop on this, and if he's ever going to feel
91.
better about his game, I'd be surprised because he's been so confident.
Go on, get in. Well played.
92.
Has he gone too far on the black, or will he have to play the pink? Might have to be the pink. The thing is, he'll need a colour with the last red to make the century. Oh, dear me.
Well, no century, but what an evening. Brilliant stuff from Stuart Bingham. His second consecutive whitewash, this time against Neil Robertson. Hats off to Stuart Bingham.
What an amazing night of snooker. Here's confirmation of both of those matches from Group A. As you can see, Stuart Bingham producing probably the form of his life. Beat the world #1 Mark Selby by 6 frames to 0. That guaranteed him, as soon as he got the next three in the next match, that guaranteed him into the last 4. He beats the 2010 world champion by the same scoreline. 12 frames played, and he won them all. Group B looks like this. John Higgins also qualified by beating Judd Trump by 4 frames to 2. But we have to talk to the man of the moment, Stuart Bingham, who has produced the form of his life, I think it's fair to say. You're probably not aware of what you've won tonight. So you've won £12,000 because you won 6 frames in the first and 6. Then you also got 4 tons. That takes you up to £16,000. And on the back of that, you qualifying means that a minimum amount you'll take away from the semi-finals will be 12.5. You've won just shy of £30,000 tonight.
Good day's work, isn't it? Pays a wedding.
Although, is your fiancée, is it your wife or your fiancée?
Fiancée.
So if she's watching now, it's £500. It's not bad for a night's work, is it? She must be absolutely over the moon. Did you say that it'll pay for the wedding you're getting married soon?
Yeah, we're going to Cyprus in May, so it pays for everything.
She's telling everyone she's going to Vegas in May. Let's talk about the form. I mean, 6 frames in the first, 6 in the second. Have you ever produced snooker like that?
Yeah, obviously in practice. Obviously everyone can do it in practice. So obviously to do it out on the main stage is unbelievable.
And form like that, you must now fancy it. There's only 3 other players that will be there at finals weekend, and if you hit that sort of form over the weekend, no one's going to stop you.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of. Obviously, I've just beat the world #1 and obviously a former world champion. Sort of hammered them really. So yeah, whoever I get in the semis, if I play like that, they're gonna have our game to play.
Hammer them is an understatement. Absolutely faultless performance. A real pleasure to watch you. Congratulations. Stuart Bingham, everyone. Brilliant. Wonderful stuff from Stuart Bingham, and I think all his opponents in the Premier League will be glad of the break. We're not here next week. You have to wait till the following week. Thursday, November the 8th, for the next round of Premier League snooker. Selby and Murphy and Chump against Allen from 7:30 on Sky Sports 4. A quick reminder before that is the World Seniors Snooker from this weekend.